Again, for those that didn't hear, my name is Mike Bangs, B-A-N-G-S. I'm chairman of the board of directors of the SVO, and I earlier announced that Matt Mahood has resigned as chairman of the organization.
Good morning. My name is Madison Nguyen, M-A-D-I-S-O-N, N-G-U-Y-E-N. I am the executive vice president. I want to thank the press for being here today. Before I start off, I want to acknowledge that as the SVO Executive Vice President, we are here because we want to address what has transpired in the last 48 hours since we became aware of an image posted on the SVO website that was blatantly racist, completely inappropriate, and unacceptable. We are horrified by this image. I am very well aware that the SVO has made several mistakes over the past years that were culturally insensitive, racist, and wrong. For that, we deeply apologize. The issues and ways to fix them cannot and will not be done in singular effort or overnight. The SVO is here to take full responsibility for not just our past mistakes, but we will also making internal and external commitments to do right by the community. We are not here to offer excuses. We are here to inform our members, our friends, and the community that the board of directors has taken swift actions to hire a qualified third-party investigator to conduct a top-down investigation to determine how and why an image was posted. Their investigation will explore all levels of the organization, starting with leadership, and will include inherent cultural and biases in the organization that contributed to this disgraceful post, along with recommendations for necessary changes. This investigation will be done within a week, and we will post the results of the investigation on our website. Additionally, we have suspended all of the SVO political activities as of yesterday. Please note that since we made this announcement, we have mailers that are already at the post office, and we couldn't put a stop to them. It might take a few days to arrive in people's mailboxes. None of the SVO membership dollars have gone into political activities or campaign ads. We believe in the many things that Silicon Valley residents care about, such as affordable housing, opportunity housing, homelessness, economic inequality, racial equity, and other important issues and public policy that makes this city and our region one of the best places to live in the world. We commit to taking steps to put those words into action. Using our partnership and community relationships, we will work toward mending the relationship with our friends, members, and the community. We have begun talking to individuals who have expertise in racial and sensitivity training to help us form a diversity and inclusion review board. The SVO will now require sensitivity training for all staff, PAC, and SVO board members. We will begin this process next Friday at our annual board retreat. Training will be part of the board orientation going forward. These trainings will include both current and new board members. This is part of our internal effort to unlearn biases and prejudiced behavior within our organization. Through these tactics and training, we want to commit and promise to be an organization that stands up for equal rights and demand justice for all races and ethnicities. We will and must do better to serve our members of the community. The staff and the board of directors believe in San Jose and its citizens, and these initial steps are first of the many that are needed to ensure that the SVO reflects the values of equality and inclusion we all share. Thank you.
All right, good morning, everybody, on the loudest corner in San Jose. But a beautiful day, and I get to take this off for ever so few minutes. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here, seriously, and thank you for bringing the sign. I appreciate it. I've got a few remarks. The first thing is that I'm the...
Can you identify yourself?
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. Kevin Surace, K-E-V-I-N, last name S as in Sam, U-R-A-C-E. Can everyone hear me? I'm using my theater voice this morning. So look, let me introduce myself. I'm on the executive committee here, but I didn't join this board. I ended up on the board through a merger with SV Forum. So I just ended up on the board a few months ago this year. And so I really wanted to speak to you because what has happened, what has been going on, and what we see has happened is absolutely appalling. So Look, there have been a string of events over the past year plus that have led the SVO up to this point. We have to acknowledge that this isn't a one event thing. It's many things that have happened. Maybe they were small, but they add up and add up and add up, and they hurt our community, and that we are not going to do. It was morally, ethically, and politically wrong. I won't stand for it. We won't stand for it. It's BS, and it stops now, today, right here. No more excuses. This is what we're going to do. The SVO today is establishing a diversity and inclusion review board to oversee and review and provide guidance on all events, on everything on our website, and all activities that SVO is involved in going forward. This board will review all the PAC messages as well, and we will never cross the line that was crossed before. We will never cross that again. I guarantee you as I stand here. At least 3 people will be on this new outside board. They are not chosen from people who are here now. They are outside experts. We've already reached out over the last 24 hours to well-known community leaders and diversity specialists. You're going to know many of them to lead this new board at SVO. We will announce the names in a few weeks after they can confirm, because they need to clear, obviously, with their organizations and their boards as well. Look, it's a real commitment for them to make, as it's a real board, not just words. I'm going to go off script here. I've had it for people who stand in front of these things, give you a bunch of words, go away, and nothing happens, okay? Right? All of us, right? All of us. So we're not going to do that. They'll yell at me for going off script, but I don't care. So look, they have real power to edit and reject anything this organization puts out, as well as embed thoughtfulness and sensitivity in the team and everything we do and going forward. Thoughtfulness and sensitivity in what we do. Because if we all have sensitivity from the ground up, none of these mistakes happen. Nothing happens, right? And the reason is we need sensitivity all the way through an organization. Look, we see the problem, understand its impacts and implications. A person who just says, I am not racist, is not doing enough. Mark my words. In fact, they're doing nothing. They feel that they've done their thing. They've done their duty. I'm not racist, everything. No. We actually have to do more to fix it. We have to step forward and actually have real actions. If every single one of our members today committed over the next month to hire someone of diversity, to hire someone that could not get a job, to hire someone who's been laid off, whatever the case is, okay, that actually has a meaningful impact on this community, on our community. That's how we have to be thinking. Don't just say it. Don't just say the words and go back home. Don't just issue a press release. Do something about it, okay? It's not that hard. We must be leaders in a movement and proponents of equity for all. This entails a complete restructuring and rethinking of our mission statement going forward. We do not take this lightly and do not want to put a Band-Aid on this issue. With 130 plus years in Silicon Valley, our organization will be a leader in structural, systemic changes, helping to lead businesses of all sizes forward in a more fair world. Now, I know we've had a few SVO board members resign in the past 24 hours. I want to encourage them to or you, if you're listening to me, to rethink your position. I stand here today not as someone who gave up, but instead as a change agent, because I could have just quit and said, I've only been on this board for a few months, this is dumb. But I thought about that and said, what can I do from the outside? Well, I can't fix this. The way you fix it is change from the inside, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So you affect it by staying and driving this organization to lead. Since I know who you are, I am hopeful you will rescind your resignation today or maybe tomorrow and join us in steering this critical organization to be a leader, not a follower in diversity, to be a leader in inclusion across Silicon Valley. And my last remark here, I really want to thank my friend Shiloh Ballard at SVBC, who has led a diversity group of nonprofits for 4 years. She is showing us all how we become proactive and not reactive. Her letter to the SVO, which many of you have seen, it's public, it came out yesterday or the day before, it was harsh, but it was correct. And so rather than tell you all the reasons why it was wrong, I'm going to tell you she was right. She was right to author it. She was right to get it sent to us. And it struck me personally because I've known Shiloh for maybe 20 years, a long time. So I appreciate her integrity. I appreciate her friendship. I appreciate her leadership. And I am so humbled to learn from others like Shiloh every day. I thank you very much. That's the end of my comments. Thank you for coming today.